Rob Dew with Infowars.com, and we're at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, and I'm standing next to Tony Muhammad, who gave probably, I think you gave the best speech out there at this press conference tonight. I guess, if you can kind of distill what you said and what is going on. I liked what you said. There's a Tuskegee project going on in the inner cities. Can you tell people about that?
Right. Well, in 1930, there was an experiment that happened in Tuskegee. And that experiment, I think, was done by the United States Health Association, which that organization is defunct now, but it evolved to the CDC. Over 400 black men was given the most virulent form of venereal disease at that time, which was syphilis. These men, the scientists, knew they had this disease and allowed them to commingle with other black women, having very, very deformed children, almost infesting an entire community. It took a whistleblower to bring that story out. And it was, I think, Robert Kennedy, the uncle of Bobby Kennedy today. It took him and the Justice Department to shut down the Tuskegee experiment. Well, fast forward 40 years later, a scientist who still works for the CDC has admitted that he and his co-authors knew that the MMR vaccine disproportionately give black boys autism at a rate 240% greater than their white counterpart. So as a community, as poor black people who have no voice, we have to ask ourselves, is this happening to us all over again? Are we targeted and we don't know it, that there's a target on black boys? And when I go to the black schools throughout the inner cities of America, the black educators are saying, Minister Muhammad, come to my classroom, look at the black boys. 80% of them are not there. 80% of them can't be still. 80% of them are diagnosed with some kind of mental disorder. And we believe and now know that it could be as a result of the vaccines that we are taking. And so therefore, we have to stand up. We have to say, a scientist who works right now for the CDC is saying, bring me to Congress and I'll tell it all. Well, the American people deserve to know the truth.
Definitely. And in addition to mercury, which is what the focus of this press conference, aluminum is also another neurotoxin that's in a lot of vaccines.
Yeah, formaldehyde.
Exactly. Formaldehyde, there's all kinds of things. Squalene, polysorbate 80, I mean, the list goes on and on. So my feeling is that it's a cumulative effect of all these as they build up in the bloodstream, go through the blood-brain barrier, that they're, it's not just autism, it's what you're saying. These kids can't keep still, or they suddenly become not there. There's different stages of it. When do you think people are waking up, but when do you think we're going to hit that wave, that where the Overton window finally turns and people go, we got to start asking questions and doing real investigations?
Well, I think we are almost there. Because remember, for our community, we just got wind of this less than a year ago when Mr. Kennedy came to us at that time. I have toured over 30 American cities, inner cities, packed house, standing room only. And when black and brown and even white mothers who had a literacy problem, they didn't know. They don't even know what the word autism means. But when we showed that movie, Vax, many, to hear the screams and to hear the cry of mothers who said, I knew it was the vaccine. My son was okay before he took these vaccines. And now that I see this movie and now that I know, there's a scientist who's admitting that they lied and he was told to keep that hidden. I believe what you witnessed today with Mr. De Niro, with Bobby Kennedy, with Dale Bigtree, myself and other scientists, if we went on tour, I believe we could pack venues, 15 to 20,000 will come out. Since the press won't tell us the truth, social media now, in my humble opinion, is more powerful than the press that we have today. I believe we could fill out venues all over this country. And as a result of my 30-city tour, that every time I go, I put it out live on my Facebook page. Now I'm being asked to come to the Caribbean. I'm being asked to come to Central and South America. People of color are being devastated. I've been asked to come to Africa, to the Arabian Peninsula. And I'm telling you that when this tour happened, this movement will get as big as the women's movement, Black Lives Matter movement, because this issue ties into every movement that's out there. And I just believe this year will be the year that you'll see something powerful happening.
All right, looks like 2017 will be the year that we are finally awakening people to what's going on with the CDC and the vaccine industry.